Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 71 of the Realm Recap. I am Jason from Yakface.com, joined as always by Fly Guy from FlyGuy.net.
Good evening, interwebs. Good evening, sir.
Good fine
Sunday evening to you.
Oh, yes. This week's show is a mishmash of everything as usual. I'm going to start off with a little Hasbro stuff regarding the Force Awakens exclusive Stormtrooper that went up for sale on Tuesday, I guess that was. That if you weren't right on top of it, there was no chance in hell that you were able to pre-order one. Yep. It was up like at 10:30, or I guess it went up for pre-order at about 10:23 Eastern, or 11:23 Eastern time, and it sold out. I mean, I started receiving first notifications like 8 minutes later that it was sold out. And usually people are pretty quick to complain when it sells out, so I kind of judge that. I kind of use that as a guide as far as when people were getting denied their order. People had them in their carts trying to check out and all that stuff. And it's one of those things that if you're not right on top of it and you're if you're not signed in with all your information, or you're trying to order more than one thing,
Yep.
You might not have got it.
I had a couple of friends in Australia. I was trying to pick up some for them, and I had several browsers and different machines, even on my mobile. And I thought, I'm not really going to get this, but I'll give it a shot anyway.
Yeah.
Shits and giggles. And no, so I think a lot of people were very, very upset about carts and the way things, but
yeah,
it was in my cart. And it's like, that's not the way it works. I
right.
know, but anyway.
I was able to get my order in. Once I quick posted, it's up, it's available right away. And then I went and I was able to get my order in. Like, it went up for pre-order, I think, like I said, at about 11:23. I got my order in at 11:25. So 2 minutes. And that was all I was shopping for, as far as,
Sure.
There were other exclusives available. Other people were, running into a lot of, website traffic problems with it, because they were trying to go through the exclusive page. And that's where everyone is going to get the exclusives. And there's a couple different ways you can go about ordering in order to make it a little bit easier on yourself, where if you do a search first, like for a Stormtrooper, let's say, and just refresh that page versus trying to refresh an exclusives page.
Where everyone's heading that one page, yeah.
Right. That's how I've had luck in the past. I've not got every single exclusive that's gone up for pre-order in Hasbro Toy Shop. Like, I think I missed I know I missed that Death Star set from a couple years ago.
Sure.
And that was a real bummer, because it had those two exclusive carded figures in there, the Salacious Crumb and the mouse droid.
That's right, yeah.
And that one hurt to miss that one.
Yeah, that did.
That was something that Hasbro didn't send out either.
That's true. That's true. Well, it's a bummer to post, I guess. It's
yeah. And full disclosure, previous exclusives, Hasbro sends those out to websites. Like, they sent out the Jumbo, or not the Jumbo, but the Jabba set from last year. And the previous year, they sent out the Boba Fett and with Carbonite Han. So they've been really good to, sites that are able to, support them and whatnot. But yeah, I did get the Stormtrooper from this year, but I wanted to get another one, which I intend to give away at some point through either our show or on the website. So that was my purpose in getting another one, because the figure itself is the same as every figure that's going to come out later. It's just that it has the exclusive box and booklet.
Well, I mean, again, for a lot of people, and I know it sucks, it's not a great thing, but a bunch of people are buying this to just chuck it up on eBay to make 10, 20 or 30, 40, whatever bucks they can get. It'll die down. There are quantities out there, and even after San Diego, we saw the prices just dip pretty sharply, and then rise again when the availability wasn't there. It's just, I think we talked about it in one show, but I've been speaking to some people at Hasbro, and if I recall correctly, it was the Saturday afternoon. I think I tweeted out like 2 o'clock or something like that, where I said, "We're very refined tonight. We're having wine, are we? Very good.
Oh yeah,
very cultured Realm Recap." But I think it was like 2 o'clock on the Saturday afternoon that it was quantities were gone. That was it for the entire weekend, something like that. It was
right.
pretty early on. So I believe they only kept a couple of hundred back. That's what I was told.
Yep, that's what I understood.
So no wonder a couple of hundred. I mean, you probably get the best part of 1,000 people trying to fight over 200 figures. So
right, yeah, it was very vocal as far as people were, upset that they couldn't get it, and it's I don't fault them for feeling that way, and other exclusives have run like that in the past, so it's not an unexpected thing. It's like that's how it always goes with the popular Star Wars things. There's exclusives from other brands that I would love to get, but I never have a chance at, like Lego or Hallmark. They always issue those very limited exclusives, and I have no shot at getting those, but I've come to accept that fact, and I just know that I won't have those.
Well, the truth is,
pay.
Exactly, that's the point. If you're willing to pay to get these things, you can get them. Or if you're willing to just play the long-term game a little, even Celebration Anaheim, I literally every panel I was in and out trying to get Star Tots, and friends were collecting them for me. Missed one, Boba Fett, or one or two of them, and I just had to play the long game to get it. And eventually it comes up, and it just, once that kind of crescendo dies down a little bit after cons and conventions, you can try and get these things at a reasonable price. So hang in there. I still think there's a lot of people just still quite annoyed and banging table. And it's like, just give it a little bit longer. You're going to be able to get one of these. And
yep,
that's the nature of the beast, is if people see an exclusive, they're going to snap it up and try and flip it. So it's a sad fact, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah, and Force Friday is it's 33 days away now. So
exactly.
It's just a little over a month. It's hard to believe. I mean, it's just, time is just flying by. But we were talking about this last night. We were both, on the Wolfpack podcast, and we were with Corey and Jason Ward from MakingStarWars.net, and we had talked about Hasbro in a previous year. I guess it was back in 2008. They had issued an kind of like a checklist, availability list on what was coming out that night, because there was a ton of product for like the Saga Collection and the Clone Wars that was available on that Midnight Madness night. And I was turned on to this list by my friend Jeff over at Jedi Defender, and this would be great if we got something like this for Force Friday. Just so much product. I mean, it doesn't have to go out as far as this one does. I mean, this has an on-shelf date column that is projected out, several months. I just want to see something that is going to be available that day,
I mean, you're right. We discussed this at length, and I think my opinion at the time was that I don't think we'll ever see again, being a little pessimistic, but at the same time, retailers must be getting this in some shape, size, or form. They're getting a suffix or some information about it. So, but the fact they made this one public was pretty amazing. They did that, but because they've never done that before that I recall of.
I don't remember them doing it since. They might have, but I don't think we've really had a Midnight Madness since then. That was a big one back in 2008. But
that's right.
Let's see what else. You had an entry here regarding Dork Site Toys has a few sales going on for some 3.75 and 6-inch figures.
Yeah, just if people are still looking for them, there's a bunch of stuff that's going out there for brand new figures if you hunt for them. And a lot of people have been very vocal and bitter and complaining, $12.99 outrage. And I actually think it's not a bad price for some of them, but I understand that dilemma. But if you're looking for a few, I mean, there's Commander Thorn, probably my best of the new bunch, actually, for me, and Han and Carbonite for $8.99, and quite a few others. And as usual, there was a few others as well, some 6-inch ones. So again, just sometimes people are tramping around stores, and the usual thing, we've said this many times before, if you're killing gas and spending all this time, I've still never seen a Commander Cody anywhere, in any store, anywhere, and I've traveled a lot. And, if I wasn't in my shoes, I'd be snapping that up at $14.99 personally. So that's just my thoughts, but
that's a great price for that one.
Exactly. So yeah, have a hunt around.
And let's see, speaking of some Black Series stuff, there's been a couple reports of Walmart receiving these aisle shippers, is what I've come to call them. They're probably, well, from what I've seen and what's going to come out on Force Friday, these aisle shippers are in the design of how the marketing and everything is going to look at Walmart. It's kind of like a, space pattern as far as
box palette thing.
palette that has kind of wall paneling, imperial looking design. But yeah, these are four. I believe they're four-sided floor displays that have action figures on one side, Hot Wheels on another, bunch of different stuff. But it's interesting to see. This is like, I think these come pre-packed with product.
Yeah, I think they just make them on pallets, and that's just they almost cling wrap them, and that's it. It's good to go.
But these include like some of the last figure. Well, I guess the last wave of the Black Series.
Yep.
So figures like Thorn and the Jawas and whatnot should be available at Walmart's here really soon. So I went to a couple Walmarts today to check out to see if any of my stores had them, but none had them yet. But
I've seen a lot of these for Ant-Man and other stuff. More Hasbro product from other franchises, but not for Star Wars as yet. Early days.
Let's see what else. Sideshow put up for pre-order this week the Princess Leia from Hot Toys. Yes, this is a great looking figure. We've talked about it before, but it went up for pre-order officially on Thursday, I believe.
Yep. Into the checkout, Flyboy. Get this one in your cart. This is again. It's just they just get better and better. I know we talked about it at length last week, but I never realized their boots had little lines down them there before. I never really paid attention. So, and the exclusive of this is this backdrop, which I don't quite know what it is. It's either this Imperial background here, or it's, by the looks of that diagram here, it's just all black.
Yeah, I haven't seen any pictures of what the official backdrop looks like. It could be the hallway for the
the one behind
detention cell, or just a generic hallway from the Death Star, but
don't think it's
pretty cool.
Specially designed backdrop, that's all it says. But corker of a figure, it really is. Not one for me personally, but wow, it's I'd love to own it because it's a beautiful looking Leia. Very cool.
Yeah, I have Sideshow's original Princess Leia.
Doesn't look like that.
No, not at all. I mean, it's not a bad. It's for the time, it was a pretty decent likeness. When we had a Hasbro version to compare it against, but no, this one is really pretty nice. I think everyone's pretty happy with it. From a likeness standpoint, and it's not. They didn't go with Slave Leia.
True. It should have probably been an outrage for some.
God knows it's probably coming, but
you bet it is.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Sideshow also had up this week, not a pre-order, but a preview video for the McQuarrie Artist Series Stormtrooper, which is very cool. If people haven't watched this video yet, it has a cool soundtrack that lays over the top, and you would think it's from like the new movie. It got me so jazzed for it. I'm like, man, this is almost Force Awakens type teaser stuff. Yeah. But this is a McQuarrie original design for the Stormtrooper.
It's beautiful. It's a very nice piece. Again, that was on display as a prototype at San Diego Comic-Con with no paint, nothing. And it was stunning on its own. Even as a prototype, I could see people buying the damn thing. It was so good looking. So it's very, very slick indeed.
It has two different helmets. If you notice,
I did. Yes. I don't know. Go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say I love the shield.
Yeah.
I just think that's great.
It is beautiful. I don't recognize the second helmet. I don't remember where the second one's from. I've never seen this one here. I don't.
Yeah, that one. If you look at some of McQuarrie's, there's some, what do you call it? Storyboard type art. One of the Stormtrooper helmets has that design, I think. So it kind of flipped between the more Stormtrooper-y looking helmet.
This one here. Yep, sure. Yeah.
And then there's this one that has like the circular mouth at the base.
Never seen that. I never recall seeing it, but then again, we're bombarded with so many images of Star Wars, could have forgotten. But that's a nice little touch to it as well. It's a pretty cool extra. So
I think in this statue series, I think it's like 1/5 scale. It's kind of in between the quarter scale and the 12-inch scale, so it's kind of another scale to have in your collection.
Yeah, I know, a little up and down, but well, hey, statues are your thing then.
Yeah,
good looking figure.
I think because at one point I did have all of the Mythos Star Wars line. I think that it's pretty comparable to that scale. It
looks at with the plinth the way that they all seem to have that stance or standpoint that they're all standing on something. So
right, it's cool. I'm very tempted for that as well. The Boba Fett one as well.
Classy piece.
Yeah, a lot of white statues. A lot of white statues.
That's true. I know.
So
the prototype series.
Right. What else? Moving on to Gentle Giant. They had a preview. I think that was Friday of the Premier Guild members holiday item, which is the Salacious Crumb, which I think they previewed just the figure itself along with Jabba at San Diego.
I cannot recall.
But for Premier Guild members, there's a holiday version which includes a little Santa holiday bag and a hat and scarf, and it's got a little bit of goodies inside, like C-3PO's head
and a Gamorrean guard. It says there on the little box.
Yeah,
I'm just having a good squint there. So I don't know, the hat, I guess you could take the figure out and attach it to it. Cushions,
not
pillows not included with Jumbo figure. So get onto Etsy and find some cushions. But it's
I ordered it.
Did you? Go.
Because of a couple years ago they had the Santa Yoda, which included that little mini Boba Fett figure.
Yeah, that was cool.
So I'm wondering if there'll be something like that inside the bag for this one, or if they're just going to go with the C-3PO head route as the kind of surprise. But they never advertised that little mini Boba Fett came with that Yoda figure until people actually received it and started opening it. So maybe there's another surprise inside.
Yeah, well, with the looks of it, Gamorrean guard might be a little tiny figure or version of that. Who knows? But yeah, nice on the vintage card again, the usual stuff. So man, you gotta have a big wall to collect all these, but looks good in the card.
Yeah. So, and this retails for them, if you're a Premier Guild member, for $80. I had a bunch of credits, stored up, or reward points, something like that. So this cost me about $20.
Wow!
So
that's pretty good.
It was kind of a no-brainer.
That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
I probably, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have bought it outright if it was just
$100 or something.
Yeah, because it's $20 for shipping and tax and whatnot. So I had to do it with only costing me $20.
Well, you've got the other one, so it makes it like, again. I think it was said before, if you got a focus or something, but if you're just all over the place collecting stuff, it can be a little hard with Star Wars. There's a lot out there. So Lego.
There was a list of product which is said to be for 2016. This list came out from mintinbox.com. They're a French website. They had did they pull that list down, or is it still
no, it's just there in a kind of it's in a paragraph rather than
okay. It was in a different format before, I thought.
Yeah.
But anyway, it lists several items, and we'll kind of get to this a little bit later in the show where we talk about a new podcast starting up. But there's some cool items revealed here. There looks to be a revealed planet from The Force Awakens in here called Taco Dana. Sounds delicious.
Taco Dana Bell.
So, yeah. And then there was a carbon freezing chamber.
Woohoo! Which we just talked about actually on a show last week. So yeah, Droid Escape. Obi-Wan Jedi Intercept. Hoth again, which we think was that a UCS set.
Right.
A collector set. Sounds good.
And also a couple sets for Battlefront, that new game that comes out here.
That's right.
Does that come out in December?
Yes, it does. Yes.
Yeah.
Same dates or same time as the movie.
Yeah.
6 new construction figures, but Microfighters returns again. Very popular little bunch of sets.
The Ghost is one of those vehicles, which I'm pretty excited for, because they had one that was exclusive. What was that, to Celebration, or was that?
Actually,
I thought that was
Celebration. That was Dagobah. No, that was Tatooine.
Right.
Where was that available? They did have one. Was it New York Comic Con or something?
Maybe it was. I can't remember. But that included like Chopper and then a little mini version of the Ghost.
The New York Toy Fair.
Yeah. So I missed that one. So hopefully this is in a similar build. I hope it's in.
Could be the same build, but different minifigure or something. Zeb or something. Or Hera, maybe be good.
Hera would be cool.
Sabine, bring it on.
Yeah.
Because she's expensive.
Right. So a bunch of new Legos coming out for 2016. Look forward to that. I'm picking up Lego left and right now. But
yeah, no. It's addictive.
Let's see what else. Some other news. Those Hikari vinyl figures from Funko. Entertainment Earth put up a couple new ones of those this week. I thought they already had this one for some reason.
Me too. I'm lost with Hikari. It's I don't know. So 1 of 600 and Utapau premium Hikari. So it's no glitter, no nothing. This is the kind of traditional, dare we say, colors, but an EE exclusive. So still in stock.
Still in stock.
There's links in the show notes.
The other one that they had up there, though, was the Darth Vader, and that thing sold out right away.
Yeah.
The hologram.
You mentioned the thing about the better smell minty fresh or something. Was that you?
Yeah. To me, it looks like toothpaste. Like it smelled like mint or something.
I thought it was you, and I thought that was particularly funny. Yes. Yeah.
It's got the little flecks of glitter in there that makes it look like
Yeah. I don't know. It's Hikari.
I think the big selling point was it being Darth Vader.
Probably, but there we go.
I think Chris Perillo mentioned this before. I think it was even earlier today, maybe this morning on Twitter, that I don't think they've released a straight up Darth Vader yet. In regular colorway. It's been the bronze
or bronze penny one. That's right. Yeah.
Right, and this one, and I think there's been 4 so far, but I have seen images of a regular painted one, just looks like Darth Vader, on, I think it was on Hot Toys website. Hot Toys Japan's website. They have a different website over there because they distribute some of that stuff.
Okay. Nice.
What else? I think
very cool.
That'll probably be the next one that goes up, I would think.
Yeah.
Hope so. Moving on to TV, movie, book, and game news. Not a whole lot this week, but there was a new. Oh wait, did I skip one? I did skip one. Yes, this was something that was sent to me by a local collector friend here, who I'm a member with over at Jedi Defender. There's a Salvation Army that's kind of in partnership with Target in downtown Minneapolis, and they receive some one-off type product from Target every now and then, like sale samples. Especially this one you're showing here. This is some sort of activity kit featuring Rebels characters, but it is a mock-up, and it says so at the top, and it will be in episode 7 packaging later on.
Yeah. Mock sample.
Right. So
lots of little stickers all over it. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm not aware of this line or brand of products, so I don't know if it's come out before and they're just going to reissue it in different packaging. But this product here from Hasbro, the Hero Mashers thing, that hasn't hit retail anywhere yet.
Yep.
And this is showing up at this Salvation Army for $6. I mean, that's probably a third of what it's going to cost at regular retail once it's released.
Correct. Well, these things are going to end up in Five Below, some of them anyway. So that's where I've seen them en masse, Marvel Mashers and so forth. And this was another one of those Box Busters, the brand new line, which we hadn't seen before from Spin Master. This cool looking little set, actually. Kind of reminds me of an old video game Yoda Stories, tiny little little RPG like game. And
yeah,
kind of instant playset. Kind of like it. So
$5 for that. And it's weird because, the reason we brought this up is because it's in the Force Awakens packaging. It's,
Kylo Ren.
Mm-hmm. This is like a wall climber thing. Races on the walls.
Yeah, if it's the same mechanics that use it as they've done with some Spider-Man ones before, which I've had, it makes one hell of a noise. Really, seriously, it's incredibly loud. But if it's the same technology, if it's this isn't Hasbro, no, this is someone else. So
I think this is Spin Master as well. That makes air hogs.
Wow. There you go. Unusual, different, very strange stuff. This is the one that Corey as well and some other people shared.
The Inquisitor alarm clock.
Who's dead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very weird spinny clock.
And then there was a cool Millennium Falcon, like, drone deal.
Mm-hmm. Air hogs again. So, yeah, it's like a bunch of samples that someone had or was given. And just thought, well, let's just give these to charity instead. So
yeah, I think these came directly from Target, is what I understand.
Wow. So Target salesman or something got them as a preview or something.
Yeah.
They take nice and sound. So that could be good fun. Hyperspace mode. Yeah, I'd love to see that. That'd be fantastic.
Right.
New life hyperspace.
Because I think Hasbro came out with something similar a couple years ago in regards to like a remote control thing. It had just one singular fan in the center. I think it was made out of styrofoam.
That's right.
I think they had like a Republic gunship and a couple other ones. But yeah, I think this one will be a lot cooler. But anyway, some stuff leaking out there a little bit early. What else? Moving on to TV, movie, book, and game news. Website StarWars7News.com revealed an image of a new Force Awakens character. Nothing really spoilery, so if you want to avert your eyes, we're going to share an image maybe. But
Ken Long, so from Lost, basically. That's where I remember him from the most. Yep. But
if he's... Yeah, they show him in he's apparently part of the Resistance. You could see a
here he is here.
Spoilery image. That one's kind of blurry. They have a shot of him in his outfit there. Yeah,
very British kind of
olive drab.
Yeah. World War II-ish style.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, kind of cool.
Don't know his name yet.
No, I know. There's going to be a lot of characters, I think, that... I mean, we've seen the main list, but there's B and C and D and E, all the little background people that, we became used to in Star Wars movies. Mm-hmm. We're just going to get to see all of these, so it's going to be good.
Yeah. Let's see. Nothing really to share here, but I think they said that Rogue One, the first standalone anthology movie that starts filming next week or this coming week, so... We should, now that Mission Impossible Rogue Nation has finally hit theaters, we'll start to get information about that because there was a agreement between, Paramount and Disney that they wouldn't advertise or talk about Rogue One prior to the release of Rogue Nation for some stupid reason. I know I confuse my Tom Cruise spy movies with my Star Wars movies.
Yeah, it's a very hard thing to separate, but bizarre.
So hopefully, I would guess we'd start to get some official casting news, and maybe they'll release that teaser trailer thing that they showed at Celebration. Mm-hmm. Was that Celebration? Must have been.
Yes, it was. Yes. Yep, for Rogue One. Yep. Very brief teaser trailer, but yeah.
Right.
I think the next thing was you'd posted a bunch of stuff this week on Tops, and
oh yeah,
thanks to you posted the Stormtrooper base pack, which I didn't see about, but you'd shared a ton of stuff. So
yeah, I've become more and more addicted to that card trader app as of late. I don't know why. I think it had a lot to do with Oh, they were issuing that new Spectrum series of cards, and I don't know. Yep, there you're showing it there.
Cody.
That got me back in for some. Because, there are so many series out there, or collection type things out there that if you don't get on at the beginning, it's really hard to go back and catch up unless you're doing a ton of trading and whatnot. So
I found this weekend they were doing the classic comic art again. The Probot was the damn if I could get to. I mean, I'm on my phone a lot. Could not get that thing. Could not get it. So it's one of those things. You got to be on it a lot.
It's been addicting. I've been trading like crazy. I've been watching a bunch of the free videos in order to accumulate 100 points at a time. Just these stupid things. Signing up for junk I'll never use, as far as gas reward apps and all this crap that they give you 300,000 points or something like that. Signing up for movies and buy this or that and we'll give you 50,000 points, and I just become a whore for this app lately. I don't know. It's fun.
It's fun.
I don't know why it's so fun. I guess it's for the addictive personality like many of us collectors have. So
I think that they could. I'd love to do a lot more trading, but it's kind of hard to get out there. But if anybody wants to trade, by all means, and come steal some cards. I have so many duplicates of things. I'm sick of looking at them. So 43 of one card or something. It's like, give me a break here, Tops. I need less. So
I find it funny that there are hoarders of particular characters out there. I don't know if you've seen that. It's like, send me all of your Rebel soldier cards. Just people are stockpiling thousands of these cards for no damn good reason. They're just hoarding. They've found their niche, character or vehicle or creature, whatever it is, and they just want to hoard. They're not worth. I mean, none of these things are worth anything. But man,
some people cling on to them as if they're worth a lot of money, and some are digitally. You can share them and buy them online, but it's became a little spoiled for my mind. It's very, people will not swap things because this is worth something. It's like, dude, it's a digital. It's a PSD or a JPEG. Come on, it's like It's a friend of mine, Matt, said he was having a conversation with someone, and he called them, look, man, whatever, the card's not worth much. You can be king of the JPEGs if you want. It's like, it's just JPEGs.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you go. But good fun.
It is fun. Let's see. So if you want to trade with me, I am on I'm on this app as Jedi Jaybird. It's pretty easy to find me there.
I am the Fly Guy. You can trade with me and take some dupes.
Excellent. Let's see. Next up was our friends at Star Wars Action News are having their 10th anniversary podcast party come up here in a couple weeks. They're having it at Wizard World Chicago, Saturday, August 22nd.
At the Hyatt Regency, which is just across from the hotel. So I will be there. I will be joining them. And if you're around or near Chicago, please come along and join Arnie, Marjorie, Brock, Jerry, Daryl, Andrew, and all of the other members of the Star Wars Action team. And if you see me and you know me, say hello. Love to meet you in person. And it'll be great to see these guys again. I've kind of bumped into them several times this year. So they're a hard-working bunch, Arnie and Marjorie. They're really... Oh, yeah. And all the crew, they're... a lot of work goes into these things. It'll be a good night. It'll be a good party for sure. So lots of cool freebies and giveaways. I know Dork Site Toys and a few others are sponsoring. So even just by turning up, you could win a crap ton of toys. So it's worth it just for that alone. Yeah, they have, I'm sure there's a limited amount of space available, just like with any of these parties that they put on and how I've partnered with them in the past. Mm-hmm. If you go to Star Wars Action News website, they do have a dedicated page where you could order your tickets, because you do have to buy tickets you just can't walk in. So there are different tiers available, like, if you purchase such and such amount, you get a shirt and entry into not contest, but the drawing for prizes and swag and stuff to give away. So I'm going to, because of its location in Chicago, I might try to make my way down there. Awesome. That would be a fun thing. I haven't been to Chicago for a while, so
It could be fun.
Could
it could
be.
be dangerous, but it could be fun.
Could be very dangerous.
We'll see.
It'll be good fun. What's next?
What else? Speaking of anniversaries, Sandtroopers.com is celebrating their 15th year anniversary this week. Sandtroopers has been around forever. Most people know who Chris Spice is. He's been around the game for a long time. Not so much as of late or recently, but he's getting back into things now. So you'll see more of him around, and you'll hear more of him around. That's for sure. You could check out his site and check out a video, or he does video reviews and tours of different places and whatnot. So you could check out his stuff over there. Chris is always entertaining.
He is indeed.
Let's see. Finally, here, you had started a new podcast. If you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, sure. My Lego addiction. This is therapy. As I've said before, every week I get to hang out with Jason and we talk Star Wars and hot toys and all the cool things and Lego. And it kind of spilled over a little bit with some other friends. Some of you may know Scott from Tulsa from Star Wars Action News, and a friend of mine, Matt, aka Stud Shooter, otherwise known as the Lego Whore on Twitter. So he and I and Scott just started this little podcast, and it's just everything. It's Star Wars, Marvel. We talk about fake Lego. We talk about customs. You'll see some other people popping up there. The next episode's coming up next Tuesday, this upcoming week. And we've got a few interviews and things, and just having some fun. It's not a deeply serious show. It's we certainly a little bit more mature and adult conversations with Lego. Not filthy or rude or porn, but
sweet.
Yeah, I know, but from an adult perspective, it's there's no Duplo, put it that way. So. But we shared some things, a lot of video games and cool customs and stuff like that. But it's great to hang out with these guys. And I'm sure you'll see some famous faces and some other people that you know hanging out on this with us. So, yeah, come and join us.
It was very cool. I watched the first one, and how we were talking before with that leaked Lego list, you guys were talking about how it'd be cool to get some of these, sets that we either haven't got before, getting updates to certain sets. And the one specifically was the carbon freezing chamber from Bespin. And that's one that hit the leaked list this weekend. I just laughed when they
were listening to us, Lego listening. So
yeah. I thought someone had some inside info and was kind of,
It's just one of those sets that's long overdue. I mean, there's a big playability factor in it, so it's great to see it. Let's hope they do it justice.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a little on sets and brick count, and so
a lot of gray, a lot of black, a lot of orange,
a lot of orange,
clear orange. So yeah, that would be a cool set. And it's got a lot of cool core characters too. Some that they haven't. I don't think they've done an Ugnaught before in Lego, have they?
I don't think so. No.
So there might be a shot at a couple there, and obviously you could get Vader and Boba Fett and the obviously the heroes and
there's potential for them to add on other stuff too, to really even make it like the Jabba's set. We had the 2 parts.
Yeah.
You could have the kind of Darth Luke kind of Jedi duel that they have on one part of Bespin, and then plug in the carbon freeze. That would be cool.
They do need to have more sort of expandable, interlockable sets. They do have, like you said, they had the Jabba one.
They could do the other half of the cantina we talked about. We were
right. So
it would be fun to collect that stuff. So hopefully.
That would be a fun set to get.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else? That kind of brings us to the end here regarding all the toy news, reviews, and purchases and new acquisitions this week. Anything good for you?
I did. I succumbed and was just, these are awesome. These are so cool. Still not had a chance to review them this weekend, but I will. The Play Arts Kai Stormtrooper and Boba Fett.
I think
they are huge. They are good. I'm holding next to Sideshow figure.
They're about 11 inches, aren't they?
Yeah,
10
inches. 10 inches. I don't know if that can show you. So that's roughly the same. You can see the difference in head sculpt there. 12-inch to 10-inch figure, but incredibly stylized. I mean, even Boba's cape comes with articulation. There's a little
Revoltech type joint there.
See. Yeah, I mean, when was the last time you ever saw that? So it's incredibly cool. Love them. Stormtrooper's probably my favorite just in terms of the design. but Boba's pretty cool as well. So I think there's one or two still left, which I don't understand because these things sold out. But
it's a very manga style design.
It is
for
nice.
all those.
For all of them, yeah, you're right. And some of them are more stylized than others, but the very solid build, very clickable. Honestly, there is no flaws I can see on this thing at all. And I can't remember the last time I did that with a figure where I was really disappointed with them. Some people have pointed out the upper torsos. You can sometimes see a little bit inside them, but it doesn't bother me.
No.
Not in the way that it maybe has been bothering some people. And I think a little less than the Revoltech, rather than joins being very clear. These are relatively well hidden and well designed. Like knee joints are behind seams.
Yeah, I do like that ratcheting joint.
It's great, kind of clickable, kind of solid, chunky, movable figures. So you're not going to break these in a hurry. So that, and also from Dork Site, I picked up that little Arrow Deathstroke fascination that I have, and I think that was me. What about you, sir?
Me, nothing huge this week, really. I picked up, like I talked about before, ordered that Force Awakens Stormtrooper from Hasbro Toy Shop. What's funny is a lot of people have started to receive theirs already. My order is still processing. It hasn't shipped out yet, even though I was, one of the early, people to order it. So hopefully my order gets filled. And
you don't get a price sticker over the top of it.
Yeah. That was another whole point of contention with that thing getting shipped out. Like I said, I ordered that Premier Guild Jumbo Salacious Crumb from Gentle Giant. What else did I order? This was more something for my kids and I to partake in. Not Star Wars, but Scooby-Doo Lego.
Awesome.
So they love, that cartoon. I hated it as a kid. I never really watched it, but watching it with them, I kind of got back into it. And these are new sets. I think they just came out like this week. So I picked up the Mystery Machine, and this is our first build together. We've got about half of the Mystery Machine done, and it's been fun. So I can see Lego becoming more of a staple in our house than it is now. I've got a ton of unopened Star Wars Lego sets here that I won't let them touch. So I think that was it for me for purchases this week. I don't see anything really outstanding here. So I think that's it.
That's us.
Perfect. Yes, we'd like to thank, as always, everyone for watching and sharing and commenting. I will be out of town next week, but you'll be out of town as well?
Yes. So
no show?
No show.
No show.
Probably crappy hotel Wi-Fi, so probably not possible to do a show.
Okay. Maybe a midweek show?
Can do.
Prior, not this coming week.
Yep.
Week after.
Definitely can do.
We can do that. So until then, again, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.